Today's video is brought to you by Grey Viking Games. Click the link in the description below to buy MTG Arena codes for cosmetics, packs, and more. Hey, what's up everyone? My name is Jeff, and today we're going to have some fun playing Magic, and this deck is actually pretty sweet. So we're playing a mono meta hate red, and the reason that we're hating on meta is because there's some decks that are out there that are really taking meta by storm. They're just powerful enough, they're good enough. Kaldheim has been out long enough now that just things are good, and so yeah, we have to deal with it. And so anyway, mono white life gain is a really powerful deck that has been out there, and also Sultai Yorion. And mono red, a lot of these more aggro decks don't have a way to really deal with the Yorion. As soon as they play Ultimatum, things are just bad. Life is not good. But there's a few cards in red that shut down both of these decks pretty hardcore. And it's the same card works for both of them. And so let's go and dive into it. So Rolling Vortex, 2 mana at the beginning of each player's upkeep. Rolling Vortex deals 1 damage to them. Then whenever a player casts a spell, if no mana was spent to cast the spell, Rolling Vortex deals 5 damage to that player. So if they play 2 spells with an Emergent Ultimatum, this is the part I forgot about with this card. Actually, I was just thinking about the can't gain life side of it. But if they cast a spell with no mana, they take 5 damage to that player. So it's bam, boom, bam, they're done. Or at least hopefully with 10 points of damage and a mono red deck, they should be dead after that point. Like hopefully. We can also just make sure the mono white doesn't gain any life. So for 1 mana, also they can't gain life. And Rolling Vortex also just does damage every turn, so it kind of stops the stalemates. It's a good card. And so I'm more and more just really happy about how this card plays. It's really good. TIBALTS Trickery in a mono red deck actually is coming in as a counter target spell card, and it's actually really good because guess what, if we don't have Rolling Vortex, we don't have anything else, we also want to just be able to counter Emergent Ultimatums or any of the big things. Like it's good to counter Embercleaves, good to counter maybe Mull the Skyclaves. Like there's enough cards out there that are good that they do just kind of win or like put someone else ahead in those decks, that it is kind of like, you know what, there are a couple cards that it's willing to counter that one, and you can have whatever else is in your deck because we can most likely deal with it in a mono red deck with enough removal with everything else is going on, as long as it's not that card right now, you know, like that. And that's kind of what TIBALTS Trickery is here for. The other side of it, though, is that it forces them to play or cast another spell without spending mana. And so TIBALTS Trickery actually also gives us an extra 5 points of damage with Rolling Vortex. I totally forgot about this. So this is Jeff from the future coming out. I did that on accident in one of the games, and it was busted. It was really good. Getting multiple Rolling Vortexes out, TIBALTS Trickery. That's a lot of damage. Some good stuff there. And that actually might just be another deck I want to do, is just like dig for all of these, put them out in the battlefield, and then just counter anything. If you get 4 of them out, like maybe go like Mirror Maids or whatever else, like other stuff to make more copies of this, Orzhov, whatever. Anyway, but and then just counter one thing and you deal 20 points of damage before they actually get to finish casting the thing before it resolves, is actually kind of fun. So anyway, that's one side of the combo that we threw into the mono red deck. Everything else is just good. I actually ended up playing 1 game without snow mountains, everything like that. I totally forgot about them. Ended up like scooping to help change out my anyway, so I ended up having some bad games with this one as well because of everything. And so I'll show you guys here real quick, though. It's a 60% win rate. Of course, I'm always on the draw. It's every single time. But one of these losses that I've had was just an instant scoop because I forgot the Snowlands. I realized that after one of them. And so technically I have 1 less loss if you're looking at the actual numbers for stats or anything like that. But yeah, overall, this deck is really awesome. So let's go and jump into the gameplay. I hope you guys enjoy this one. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, all that stuff. And here we go. Wish me luck. All right, up against a Pokey Toto with some mono meta hate red. So we're going to keep this. And yeah, Fervent Champions, I like it. Roiling Vortex. Nice. Oh, man. I'm still recovering from the wedding this weekend, guys. My voice is definitely gone from it, and a bunch of stuff. And then I have another wedding this coming weekend for my dad, who's getting married for his 4th time. So fun stuff. That's what's happening in the life of Jeff, the life of Pi, and yeah, not too shabby. All right, let's see if Pokey Totos wants to play today. That sounded weird. All right, Pokey Toto decided to play, so let's go Fervent Champion. Swing in, down to 19. That's some pretty sweet card art, I'm not gonna lie. I dig it greatly. What's that from? I've not seen that yet. All right, well, we do have our... I could just stomp here and get rid of the giant killer. Fervent Champion gets through as well. Blazing Volley could be a pretty good thing. They have like 2 1-drops. Sure. All right, so throwing them in. Hidden for 4. Just really got to think about this one. Come back next time when he decides if he wants to block with this or not. Okay, cool. Down to 15, pass the turn. All right, snow covered plains. Ooh, wait, before combat. Dude, what? Oh, this is sorcery speed. I was totally misreading that. My bad. All right, well, Blazing Volley. Stompy boy. That was actually ended up being perfect, so it's all good. And swing in there. Down to 11. Nice. Faceless Haven. Can't actually activate it just yet. Rolling Vortex I might want to bring it down here before these guys. It depends on how much life gain we're seeing from this. This just looks like the mono white kind of aggro, more aggro than life gain side. May not need this yet, but we'll see. Apparition. Rude. Let's go with, I guess, Annex in case they have other removal. If they have another Bone Crusher Giant, I'd rather get something out of this first. So this only becomes a 3/3. No attacks, pass the turn. We do have Castle Embereth, so going wide will actually be useful for us. Land wouldn't be the worst because we get Bone Crusher into Rolling Vortex. The best draw is probably Embercleave, though. Yeah, so we're in pretty good shape. I think like there's not really any dead draws because a land still works for us here. And then anything else that's good, it's good. Like anything is good. So 1 drop would be nice. We'll see. Luminarch Aspirant. All right, then. I'll see the Life's Bounty. Looks like they don't have the extra land. They're not pumping up on the Skyclave Apparition. Intriguing. I think I'm pretty willing to trade off. I could swing in and hold up Castle Embereth here to trade off with the Fervent Champion with anything. If we swing in, they double block. Yeah, let's go ahead and swing in first. I could also go Hellhound and Rolling Vortex. All right, let's damage through. We'll just do the 4. Stopping them from gaining life could be really nice here. It gets our devotion for Annex up a little bit higher, but I think it is still just Bone Crusher. Bone Crusher loses to Skyclave Apparition pretty bad here if they have another one. They didn't play it on the last turn, so they'd have to top deck it most likely. Let's just do this. All right, Bone Crusher Giant, Hellhound. I know I brought this in up against this deck, but we're also in the lead at the moment, and so hopefully we can just put enough pressure. An Embercleave off the top would be amazing. Castle Embereth helps us a little bit here. There's a Maul of Skyclaves. Doesn't put onto the All-Seedalized Bounty. What are you thinking? Okay. Castle Embereth could be nice. First strike here is annoying. I think I just need to throw out the Rolling Vortex. We could go really wide with this, but let's just make sure they can't gain life for a little bit. This is really annoying. All right, yeah, we're just looking for Embercleave now, basically. And we're keeping the clock a little bit higher. Yeah, there we go. Actually, this feels nice now. As long as we can hold up 1 red mana, we win in 7 turns. Not that that's fast or anything, but you know. Now they can't gain life. This also forces them to start swinging soon or do whatever. So like we as long as we top deck something amazing, even just throwing out Annex, holding up the ability to give them no life, getting 4 guys triggering here, like we're good, you know. Usher of the Fallen. Going super wide. Gonna swing in. Okay, opponents can't gain life. We could go even more wide by blocking with the Bone Crusher Giant. Going wide with the Embereth and Vortex. Might be nice. Let's see here. Yeah, I think we go ahead and do this. Oh, I guess they have the ability to give it protection. Didn't do that? All right, cool. All right, pass the turn. We take 1. Go down to 19. Torbrand's pretty sweet stuff. I think it's Annex here still, though. So I think we go Annex one more time. And then Torbrand on the next turn should guarantee it. But being able to have one more turn where they can't gain life will be nice. Keep this one. All right, going pretty wide there. And pass the turn. Yeah, opponent skips up. Sweet. Not too shabby at all. I like it. All right, against JD4. Keep this. Dude, this is 6 points of damage on turn 2. Feels good. And we have Trickery up against Yori on deck, so this should be nice. Sultai, okay. Fervent Champion. Fervent Champion. That's good. That's good stuff, Rotdar. All right, down to 14. Pass the turn. Get to do 6 more again on the next turn. Oh, that's beautiful. Ooh, okay. Fervent Champion number 3. I might want to get out the Rolling Vortex just for incidental damage. Man, every once in a while you just get the hand that's busted, and we did that right there. And then we'll start holding up Trickery after. Yeah, that's just okay then. Yep, that's good. That's good stuff. I ranked down because I ended up scooping out of a game as soon as I realized I didn't have Snowlands. I didn't even play anything, so that's why that's there. We're up against Bad Blask, and I like this hand. It's a good hand. In general, I think you want Hellhound out first because that means you have higher chances of hitting lands more often with it. And it does do more damage than just Fervent Champion in general. So, yes. And we should be online for the turn 4 Embercleave. Yes. All right, Fireblade Charger. That is annoying. Blazing Volley. Do I want to do that earlier than later? Because Blazing Volley will, like, this will end up killing something of ours. I guess we can do it after we play out a mountain, right? So, yeah. We'll see how many 1-drops they throw out here. Robber of the Rich. Rude. Oh, still another robber? Very rude. I think we're just going to stomp this. Hit in. Down to 18, pass the turn. Things that survive longer with an Embercleave sound pretty good too. All right, snow-covered mountain. Just Rimrock Knight. Are they gonna have this sacrifice somehow? Or they're just playing out Rimrock Knight. Gotcha. Cool. Dude, this Blazing Volley feels sweet. Do I want to hold on to Satirical Smashing? This could be a good turn to play it. No, I want to go for Robber the Rich. So, Faceless Haven. Blazing Volley. Yep. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, I'm liking the Blazing Volley. I feel like it actually does hit a lot of other good things. All right, down to 13. Robber the Rich, hidden for 4. I'm winning the race. I'm winning the race. And we can bolt this in for the Embercleave, which can be nice. Yeah, you have to have it out for a bit for that to work quite that way. We don't have to bolt ourselves. I could just get out more power on board real quick. 2, 4, 6, 7. Get out Bone Crusher Giant instead. Let's not bolt ourselves. We're still at 13. All right, so let's just play this tapped. Robber. Fervent Champion. I guess I should have waited to see what else I hit with this, but oh well. I like getting that 1 more point of damage right now. And there's 2 lands off the top. Opponent scoops it up. Sweetness. Nice. And then Embercleave on the next turn. Guaranteed victory, basically. So very, very nice. Up against NTHBC. Sounds like a radio station. We have this is kind of an awkward hand. The only creature we have is Fervent Champion. Like, this actually could be a good one to mulligan. If we're up against like a lot of other creature decks out there, then this is nice. And there are a lot of creature decks out there, so we'll try this one. Why ever not? Up against mono green would be really bad. We do have removal, but not like lots of damage. Foretells something intriguing. Let's get out. I think I'm just gonna pump with Rimrock Knight, play it out on the next turn. Or do I just want to play out a Rimrock Knight here? Getting more bodies on board might be worthwhile. And we get closer to Embercleave quicker. I think we do that. I think we actually just want this out on board. Swing in, down to 18, pass the turn. I could have double pumped with Rimrock Knight as well. I kind of want to hold on to 1 for the Embercleave, if possible. All right, this is this Sultai? Ultimatum, just not the 60 card version instead? Very likely, actually. All right, let's get out tapped here. Attack in. Hidden for 7. Decent amount of damage. Down to 11, pass the turn. Frostbite can only hit for 2 damage. Binding the Old Gods would be annoying here. Maybe I should have just got out the Rimrock Knight just in case. This could be saw it coming. They haven't held it up yet. Maze-Mind Tome. All right. We get a really big hit. That is good stuff. All right, attack in, gets the pump. We cleave. And that's exactly lethal. Nice. Keeps it on top. That would be cool if, you survive till next turn. Yes. Good stuff. All right, up against the Jabberwocky. Only having 1 red source is actually pretty annoying, but this is still a good hand. Double Fervent Champion might be better than going for Hellhound, but typically you want Hellhound first. But when you have both of these, sometimes it's nice. We can at least swing in with the Fervent Champion this way. Or block. Pass the turn. Luminarch Aspirant would be annoying here, so they could actually swing in. Always have it. No blocks. Trickery. Do I kill the Speaker of Heavens? Luminarch Aspirant can get out of hand that way. But they won't be gaining life. Yeah, it's a little bit awkward, but we're just kind of hoping that we get all our 1-drops into Torbrand and we can go wide enough to kill them. Selfless Savior. Blazing Volley would also be pretty nice. Not that it kills a whole lot here, but... Down to 16. A land would also be pretty sweet stuff. Another red source would be great. This is why I know some people play like full play sets of Faceless Haven in this deck. I don't like it because you definitely need more red sources, like to be able to keep playing enough stuff, you know? Either that or at least you need at least 2 red sources to make this deck work. Yeah, okay. We're in trouble. Yep. This is just a bad hand. Probably should have mulliganed it. Alright, so we can turn off life gain. That doesn't actually keep us alive necessarily. Bonecrusher Giant can block more stuff. They have the Selfless Savior, which is sad day. Rimrock Knight could be useful. But it also hurts us. Alright, so yeah, let's just go for the Bonecrusher Giant. Pass the turn. I don't have a whole lot of hope here for us, but we're at least doing something. If we hit land into Torbrand, having a wide board with the First Striker is going to be nice. Yeah, that's game. I'm pretty sure. Counter onto Linden? Or onto itself again. On the Speaker of the Heavens. Interesting. Doesn't attack. That's very interesting. Alright, we can bolt in the Torbrand. All right, this is the turn to get out Rolling Vortex. So get that out here. Our life total is still very, very low, but we can stop them from gaining life. So now do I bolt in the Hellhound is the main question. We're going to be start taking damage from the Rolling Vortex as well. Vortex, yeah, I can't say it right ever. TIBALTS Trickery, I don't think it's quite worthwhile. I think we just play this tapped. And pass the turn. I think I might go ahead and fire this off right away. They might have something they can do, but like they can have Selfless Savior die. That gains them 1 life. Okay. So no life gain can be gained this turn for them. Dude, what a hand. Let's give him a hand for the best hand ever. All right, there you go. You got it. You did it. I don't think we can beat this. Our life total is a little too low at this point, so now they just start swinging in and doing stuff. And that just comes back with Luminous Broodmoth. Yeah, we're done here. What can we draw? Is there anything worth drawing here? Everything just comes back with Broodmoth. The Daxos is big enough too. Yeah, that's just... We were a little bit too late to get any removal or anything, you know, worthwhile for this matchup. So sometimes you don't win, even if your deck is built to destroy it. It's all good. Up against Lethiel, and keep this. Good curve. I like it. Oh, let's flipping back. Yeah, I'm getting so annoyed at this deck right now. Well, we play out Hellhound. A Golgari version sounds interesting. Just Deadweight and Mire's Grasp are such good removal spells, and being able to draw a card every time you do it, really good stuff. Oh, they have 2 and then a Deadweight. What a hand. Dude, this deck is really annoying. Especially because you just can't do much against it. Torbrand into Smashing sounds somewhat interesting, so we'll hold off for that now. I don't even know if we play anything until we can guarantee keep stuff around, right? Like, otherwise it's just 2 more cards for them right now. So I think the better play is actually just to hold off and don't do anything sometimes. Okay, there's a Shade. Abzan. Alright, play out Annex. If they go for this small stuff, then Torbrand come out. Then we have Surgical Smashing on the next turn. Hopefully Torbrand stays alive so we can kill 2 dudes. Berserker. Blazing Volley would also be awesome. Deadweight. 1/1 with the Annex. We can still make this have lots of power even on the next turn, so I guess no blocks for this turn. Don't want to draw cards as well. All right, Torbrand. It's a 3/1. I think we need to be on defense, so pass the turn. Whenever you cast your second spell each turn, put 2 +1/+1 counters onto it. It gains menace until end of turn. That's actually annoying. And they have Binding of the Gods. Oh, I love when people have flip and everything, you know? It's just the best. Down to 7. Draws 2 more cards. Blazing Volley. That would have been great right there with the... Seriously, dude? Ah, with the good game. That's the kind of thing I would typically scoop on, or like timeout on. Not typically, but like, it makes me wanna, you know? We are done though. Up against Will. Bring it on, Will. And Hellhound. Double Rob the Rich seems pretty sweet. Definitely wouldn't mind a 3rd land. And 4th for the Torbrand. They might shock now before this gets to swing in. Cool. Spectral Hazard. You got it, sir. Robber. We don't actually get to draw a card because they just cast that spell as well. Down to 18. That's fine. Shock. Cool. Rude. Alright, go for a champion. I want to see if they have like an Essence Scatter or something like that. I wouldn't mind doing that if you're first. Lofty Denial. Ooh, messed it up. I wasn't thinking Lofty Denial. But yeah, so should have played out the Robber first. Dang it. Ah, frustrating. Oh, I really don't want Torbrand. I want Torbrand to hit the board though. So if they have a second Lofty Denial, this is the worst play. But it's good if otherwise. Hit for 3. Brazen Borrower just brings it out. Not bouncing the Torbrand. It's intriguing. That might have been a misplay. I don't know. They might have clicked the wrong one. Because I don't think that makes much sense. I mean, that's just me, though. What do I know? If they have another one, then Blazing Volley becomes real good. All right, swing in. Holding up the mana so we can play it out again if we need to as well. I guess we can also just hit for 4 to face. I want a Rimrock Knight. All right. If they still have Brazen Borrower, they can bounce the Fervent Champion. We lose Rimrock Knight. Fervent Champion, we can play out again. We still get a hit in for 4 points of damage. 8 with the Bone Crusher Giant. If they bounce Torbrand, we still get in for 3. Cool. Down to 6. Fervent Champion back out. Pass the turn. Riddle form. Okay. That is an annoying blocker. Frostbite. That's a great spell for us, Rutthar. In case they have a counter spell that turns us on, let's go ahead and just swing in now. We have lethal. Unsubstantiate. Rude. Well, we do definitely want to kill the Riddle form. So, Frostbite there. Hit for 5. Bone Crusher Giant. Pass the turn. Okay. Brazen Borrower has done quite a bit of damage. That is the truth. Stomps. Okay. They have an answer for Torbrand. I guess we just have Castle Embereth, right? Okay, yeah. There we go. Sweet. Not too shabby at all. Item against 570 RM and beautiful hand. Wouldn't mind being on the play, you know, one of these times. It'd be great. Trickery up against this is going to be pretty good too. Lots of damage in the early game. Also great stuff. And we're gonna see. I'm kind of hoping that because they're on the draw here, they have a chance to get to Ultimatum. We get to Trickery it. Oh, that's a different card than I expected. Oh man, we don't get to counter an Ultimatum. Birth of Meletis. Cool. Just get in for the damage this turn. Take 6. Could have pumped to kill the wall here as well, but that's fine. I'm not sure if we need trickery for this matchup now, though. I don't know what's going to be the best thing. Well, that's a good draw. Attack in. And we're holding onto the castle Embereth. So now we're kind of board wipe proof. Omen of the Sun. So they can double block one of these guys and chump block the other. Or don't do anything cool. The life gain is annoying. I probably need to be playing out Rolling Vortex soon. There's 2 of them. Rolling Vortex. Dude, I can't say it right. Do you think they'll trade off with the Archon? Thank you. We have to hold up mana, so I'm not playing at Rimrock Knight. We can hold up Trickery as well. If I swing in here, I have to stop it now. You just get to go wide. We're going to have like Torbren and Blazing Volley. We get 2 dudes. We could start using Castle Embereth maybe. Let's just say no attacks for now. I think finding an Ember Cleave is still their best play. So take 1. Down to 14. Okay, we take 1. That's a lot of vortexes. Well, we are still winning the race technically, you know, so sure. Down to 12. I probably should like be acting like I have some sort of pump spell, start swinging at the Fervent Champions. Even if they do die, we get a 1/1 back. Should we trickery this? We still get dudes out, like I was saying. We can stop the life gain for another turn. Sure. We get 3 dudes out. Activate the ability. No life gain. We take 3 down to 16. They can bring back Omen of the Sun soon. We do still attack in. We want a land. Double trickery. I'm fine trading off, kind of. As long as we get in for some more damage. And honestly, maybe it is just bringing out another Vortex. They're winning the race by far. Maybe I just get out Rimrock Knight instead. Because we're taking 2 as well. We can put this out. They take 3, go down to 8. Trickery to stop the Yorion might not be the worst. Might not be the best. Let's go and go with Rimrock Knight. Pass the turn. The hard part is that now they're probably going to gain life if we trickery. Down to 9. They also get a Pegasus out of playing the Yorion. Yeah, so playing Yorion definitely makes the most sense. So we needed trickery it, and so I should not have played out the Rimrock Knight, I don't think. 4 mana. Okay, we trickery. All right, that's a good thing for them to play. Perfect. That worked out great. They do get to gain 3 life here. They cast a spell without... Dude, I totally forgot Trickery's busted. Take 10. What? Oh my gosh. I totally forgot about that whole combo. What? I didn't even think about that side of it. Okay, busted. Wow. I didn't even think about that. So here, TIBALTS Trickery, they let him cast the card. The other side of Rolling Vortex here says, whenever a player casts a spell, if no mana was spent to cast the spell, Rolling Vortex does 5 damage to that player. So if you get enough of these out and then they cast anything, sure, you can cast a spell, but before it resolves, we're going to do this much damage to you. Oh my gosh, that is busted. I didn't even think about that. That's actually really good. Okay, cool. All right, mono red. So 2 of these matchups, I don't think I'm showing off here. So it'll probably look like 4 and 2, or sorry, 6 and 2 here. One of them I immediately scooped out of, so it actually isn't a game. I went and changed the deck immediately. And then another one was up against the mono black Aura's deck, and they just had the perfect hand in the world. And you know, sometimes you lose that. It was just a boring game, so I'm not showing it. But 6 times on the draw, dude, I don't get it, man. This is like ridiculous. This is every single video I do. I'm on the draw more times than not, right? And so it's just, I don't get it, man. It's really, really pissing me off now. Like, I'm actually getting angry to the point where it's like, come on. But we did get to learn something at the end there. I totally forgot about this in the intro, but Rolling Vortex with TIBALTS Trickery is just a combo for 5 points of damage. And if all you need is 5 points of damage, I mean, that does it, right? And then Torbrand can also help out. Yeah, so that was fun. Getting got multiple, so maybe want more copies of this in the combo, because that's pretty sweet stuff overall. So yeah, awesome. Absolutely love this. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe, all that stuff. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks so much, and bye-bye.